Hello, welcome back. As you can see, the Mastiff 2 is finished. It's a final reveal, if you like. Been a bit of an epic, this one, and in the main because we moved house whilst I was doing it, which certainly didn't help. And now that it's finished, it's basically a big block, isn't it? You know, I knew that from when I bought it, and I just thought it would have been more interesting. I was going to put it on a diorama, but what I've decided to do is, I don't know what I've decided to do. I was going to say put it on a tank transporter and display it that way. But anyway, we'll see. That's to come. That's in the future. As it stands, everything's done on it. There's a lot of fiddly bits, and if you've ever put bar armour on these before, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's an absolute nightmare. In the end, it all went on, as you can see, and I'll go into a little bit more detail in a second or two. Things like the interior and some of the side panels were, well, to be honest with you, they were really quite difficult to put together, which is unusual for a men kit. The windows, when you come to put them in, you're going to have to be very careful with them, because if you put the thing together and then decide to paint it, you'll suddenly realise that the windows are double glazed and you can't get half of the paint work in. We all have a different way of doing it, but personally I painted most of it, the window frames on the sprue, and then put the glass into them. Let's stop it whizzing around like this for a second. I think it's that one. Pull that out of there. Okay, let's have a look. The bar armour, as I mentioned, is I've got it straight, I've got it level, but if you've got a keen eye, you can see that the posts that hold it on are all hiddly-piddly. They're like trees in a wood in a forest. And what I ended up doing was cutting the locating pins off the end of the posts and then super gluing them to the side of the truck where they fitted, basically. And yeah, you've got to do that, or I had to do that. Otherwise, when you get to the corners and you go around the corner, there's a set of hinges at the back. And there's also, if you're going to have the doors open, you're going to display it with the doors open, as I have, then you've also got a couple of stays on each side, and you've got to fix the door to the bar armour. If you don't get that corner right, then none of this will work, so you have to be very careful with it. And as I say, the solution I came up with was to cut the locating pin off the post of the bar armour. On this side you can't see it because the exhaust pipe covers it, but on this side it's quite obvious if you look. Whether anybody's going to look up there, I don't know. It's one of those things, isn't it? What else? The mirrors, I think I've done a reason. Let's see if we can get a closer view of the mirrors. Not really. It's all a bit fiddly, this whole thing. Let's see. Can we? Yeah, what I've done with the mirrors, you can just about see them there, is I've painted a frame around the round mirror, which is a wide angle mirror. I've painted the frame all the way round the sides of, oh, where's he gone? There he is. Sides of the mirror. And then I've used chrome paint to paint what would be the glass on the mirror. I was expecting it to look better than it does. It's a bit dull. I was hoping with chrome paint it would have been a bit whoops, wrong way. It would have been a bit shinier than that and look more mirror-like. But trial and error. It's new paint that I've not used before. Next time maybe it'll work better. Who knows? Right, this wire, I've not got all the controls set up, so all I can do at the moment is just get all the lights working at the same time. And the the original plan was, as I say, to put it on a diorama. So it would go on a diorama like this, with this being the front of the diorama. Let's do it this way around. With this being the front of the diorama, and I was going to put a control box hidden in, I don't know, maybe a rock or something behind it with the switches in. And I don't know whether I'm going to continue with that. I might have a rethink. Who knows? I think because this kit went on for so long, and it turned out, you know, all this is added protection for the poor schmucks of soldiers, the heroes if you like, that have got to be transported around in these. I remember years ago there were many discussions about using snatch Land Rovers for patrol vehicles, and they've certainly stepped up from those, and it's all protection for the soldiers, but it's not, it makes it a bit of a boring kit for us, which I'm sure any soldier worth his salt will say, I don't care, and I wouldn't blame him. But there you go. So you can see the inside. Let's have a look, see. All the inside there, all lit up, all the lights on the roof, all the seats in there. You've seen all this before, fire extinguishers, ammunition stores, ammo boxes underneath, all the lights on the back, you can just about see them. There's red ones, amber ones, some will be indicators, some will be brake lights, some will be running lights. At the front, let me just turn her around. At the front you've got headlights, indicators, little lights on the side there, on both sides, marker lights on the side. I'm assuming these lights along the side here aren't actually lights and they're reflectors, they would be reflectors. That's a guess. So I'm sure that somebody that knows better than I do could tell me about that. So they're along there. I've weathered the wheels a little bit, and weathered the tyres, got some grit in the tyres there, but I've not weathered the whole thing as much as I normally do, because I don't think it's right with it. All the pictures I've looked at of this vehicle, they're all relatively clean, and that's what I've done. I've left it that way. I put a couple of rust marks on the roof down here and here, a bit of muck around the joints and on the side armour there, and that's about all I've done. And as I say, there's not a huge amount I can say about this one. I will do the wiring, and I'll do another video when I've got that done. This antenna, I'm sure anybody that knows will know that that's the wrong one. It's supposed to be a whip antenna, but I can't find it. It's vanished, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. So, oh wait a minute. Hang on. Well, you never know. You never know, you look at a big city, so they say. And there it is. I'm not changing that now. I'm sticking with that one. I don't care. Oh, there's also a spare seat in the kit, and that'll be because of the uniformity of mouldings. I don't know if anybody does this. I have these little plastic boxes, and when I'm building the trucks, I tend to throw any bits that are over, any bits that aren't quite going on yet. I tend to throw them in one of those boxes and then find them later. But I've just proved to myself that sometimes you don't find them. They've disappeared, and they're in there. So that's it, done, finished. As I say, I'll decide. I'm going to have a break from this one. I'm going to put it on a shelf and forget about him for a while, and then I'll decide whether to put him on a diorama or on the back of a truck, a tank transporter. When I've done that, whichever it may be, I'll do another quick video to show you again. But there you go, it's all done. thanks very much for watching. It would be great if you could like the video, and if you could subscribe to the channel and also share the video. That would be absolutely great. I'm going to do an unboxing video in a minute, and that'll go up probably next week. But I've got many trucks. I've got a Lancaster bomber, and I've got I don't even know what it's called, but a big American one, army military vehicle, that I'll decide which one I'm going to build. Any questions, any comments, please leave them in the boxes below, and I shall speak to you next time. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra.